going on, my people? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your boy Nasim the Dream. If you're new to the channel, just go right on ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell as well to always keep notified on my newest content. Today is a big day, ladies and gentlemen, as we will review the brand new sophomore LP from Olivia Rodrigo, Guts. Ladies and gentlemen, the 20-year-old Californian singer, songwriter, actress Olivia Rodrigo has finally returned sooner than I expected, but still extremely excited to finally hear the sophomore edition to the new 3-time Grammy Award-winning queen after her viral sensation debut record Sour that was produced with Daniel Negro, as this new record Guts is also produced with Daniel Negro. What's even more special about this record in particular is that this happened to be my debut review for the channel. Easy to say that I clearly have a soft spot for Olivia, but what's warranted about that pick is how well versatile and talented Olivia really comes through with this release. Kicking the record off with the punk banger Brutal, entering the melancholy balladry that is Traitor, onto the somber pop hit that is Driver's License, Olivia has so much promise based off the influence and vocal talent alone. Even the writing appealed to me as compassionate and personal that I really felt could exceed potential in her adulthood. I also certainly had high hopes and wished to give my audience high expectations for the future of Olivia Rodrigo, as I really did feel like this is an artist that could really blossom and flourish into a Goliath of a pop star. The gifted abilities of Olivia Rodrigo as a musician just have been astounding to me, one of the best in her youth in class of pop artists. To see once again Daniel Negro and Olivia Rodrigo really take on the bulk of the record with other producers hinting on, such as Ryan Livlin, Ian Kirkpatrick, Alexander 23, that is something that could progressively turn into something very cool and unique, but also something that could be a little too familiar. And I would say the record is a little too familiar, because we're already kicking this album off with quite a thrilling bang that has a very similar structure to the start of Sour. We're smacked in the face again with a punk track that's a little bit more softer now, that I actually really enjoy, with All American Bitch. So far, I was really impressed with this track, and I got heavy Taylor Swift vibes from this one, so was wondering if we're gonna lean more into the influence. It was still kind of unknown about where we might go in the record, and especially following up to the second single release for the record, Bad Idea, right? That was initially written as a joke to the context of Sour, but then eventually just finalized in the publishing of this record, and pretty much gave me an impression at this point that we might get a full-on punk record. In a way, it kind of gave me a little bit more excitement while I'm playing through the record, because if this record fully indulged into punk influence, I was really curious to see what else in punk music really influenced her. But that quickly dissolves after we reach the track Vampire, followed up with Lucy, which are marvelous, elegant songs, but totally just wash away the idea. Vampire is just a vocal powerhouse through these pianos that are soft and hard, building up through the tension, while Lucy comes off to me as one of her most earnest performances yet. The harmonies layered in this chorus are to die for, and just sync so seamlessly in tune with these angelic chord progressions. Once we clear this moment though, pretty much get this dip in, dip out pattern that is constantly switching between the two genre influences that can be kind of tedious and, like I said, just too familiar to the formula of Sour. We have the track Ballad of a Homeschooled Girl that indulges more into its pop punk theme that really hits on the note of high school tropes, with the odd tendency of revealing that she has this sort of habit where she talks to a man on the internet and then finds out they're gay. We do get new moments on the album, the most notable in my opinion being Pretty Isn't Pretty, which I think is such a great rock cut that really demonstrates some of the best moments from rock and pop out of the 80s, but then immediately scratching your head once you reach the closer, Teenage Dream, that mimics exactly something that is one step forward, 3 steps back, that is intertwined with Hope You're Okay. And it almost sounded like it wanted to go shoegaze, but completely faked it out at the end. So it's clearly familiar that we're revisiting a lot of the same styles of punk, balladry, melancholy, and harmonious pieces from Olivia on this record. And of course, we get even more demonstration of the incredible range and brilliance into Olivia's vocal talent, which I think holds up everything in the record that's good. And as hype as I was for this record, man, I have to admit, I was let down a little bit to really see some of these same styles from Sour just kind of be pasted on and just recycled through the record. I expected and even hoped to see her continue this narrative or concept of heartbreak through this progression from a toxic relationship that she felt like really affected her and affected her growth as a human being, that I feel like was well displayed through Sour, which she does display writing wise into this album again, but it's just the same. It doesn't really make me feel like we moved on from that moment. I wish I could say this actually feels like a sophomore record, but it mostly feels like a bunch of B cuts that didn't really make the final release of Sour, which are still good and fit that style for Sour, but I wanted a sophomore LP. I didn't want a B cut, a deluxe of Sour per se. I would have taken that, but that's not how this is advertised. And listen, I get the idea that they're playing it safe. They're doing what works for them. They won 3 Grammys from Sour. I understand that. And there's still going to be a great audience, a diehard Olivia Rodrigo audience that is still going to adore this record. Probably like it even more than Sour, which would be kind of wild to me. And it's obvious that Olivia and Daniel were still having a lot of fun with the record. You could see that, and you enjoy the moments that are really fun on here. And I still see the drive from these two to explore deeper into the influences that they already make, trying new ways into expanding that and bringing on new influences from certain decades and genres and producers and pioneers. That's still here. But with a talent like Olivia and Daniel Negro together, I feel like it should be a common goal to achieve a new chapter in a discog that's not only sounds new, but progresses into new song creativity that automatically creates immense growth. I was so confident, I'm telling you, dead confident, that they would follow up with a record that felt like it would just not disappoint at all, because I loved what they did with the debut of Sour. And though this is far off from a mediocre record, honestly, this is still a pretty good record, but I'm just sadly not satisfied with what they put out. Of course, I'm always still gonna be hopeful for the future of Olivia Rodrigo. She's only gonna get better. I felt like she still improved with her performance skills in this record, but writing wise, producing wise, I think they could have made different changes, maybe bring in different ideas, different artists to really come for the record and just dish out new ideas to Olivia. It didn't really need to be features. It could have just been more writers. It could have been more producers. It could have been just more time taken. I feel like maybe 2 years may have not been enough time, but looking at what the final finish of the record is, it seems like they were pretty set about what they really wanted to bring in for the album. But nonetheless, I'm still a diehard. I'm still a fan. I'm still gonna ride or die with Olivia. But I gotta be real, I'm gonna give Olivia Rodrigo's Guts a 68%. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, go to like, share, and comment down below of what you thought of this record. Do not forget to check out the description for my separate Tracklist ratings for the album, more videos, and also the links to my social media accounts so you can keep up with me on the daily. And I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Deuces. Yes,